problem in your house.
Yeah, a little bit.
We got a big problem.
Yeah, that's what we heard. We got the phone call. We're here, buddies. You're on In a Fix. David is a homeowner who just can't seem to hit his stride on finishing home improvements. Jeff is the partner who's had it with this marathon project. Let the games begin. The Olympic torch will burn brightly here for the next 3 days while we redo your house.
Oh my.
Looks pretty good so far.
We've been trying.
You're a long way from finished.
Yeah. Kind of sort of ran out of know-how and money.
Which went first, the know-how or the money?
Jeff, how does the status of the interior of your house impact the interior of your relationship?
We're both in need of a fix. We do like to have visitors and family, and we haven't been able to have those.
Because Dave hasn't been able to pull the trigger on getting the job done.
Okay, this is back on Dave.
That's pretty accurate.
This is supposed to be their kitchenette area.
Oh
They
my
drew it on the wall, but they never finished building it.
You know how someone tells you they're going to do something, and then you think they're going to do it within a day, maybe a week? Well, this has been like a constant reminder for 3 years.
No, that's not true. Wait, how come you haven't thrown him out yet?
It's his house.
Oh, yeah, that's a good reason.
Come upstairs, there's a whole other level. They want to convert this into their master bedroom.
There is a lot of finishing work here, too.
Yeah, there is, Daddy.
I think I'm gonna need
Yeah,
that.
Danny, there's so much finishing stuff, my man.
I promise you one thing. The next 3 days, you're mine. And the next 3 days, you're going to go rest and relax at Spaville. Yes.
Okay, that's all right. Never mind.
Now, David and Jeff first met at a bowling alley. So what better way to send Jeff off before we get to work?
That's it.
Say goodbye to Jeff, because he's going to get out of here. Jeff's got 3 days to enjoy it, Dave.
Wow. This is great. Those poor suckers are back working, and I get to enjoy this for 3 days.
Well, it's time for us suckers to get to work. It looks like you're going to need a change of clothes, so we brought this for you. Put that on, we'll go look at a design flip.
Go!
Frenzella's got her hands full here. The entire back half of the house is a mess, upstairs and down.
Soon, we will be in a Mediterranean island villa.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a multi-level house, so it's going to have the stepped effect as though we're on a cliffside. We're going to build a sofa that is going to look like it is protruding out of this wall. We're going to do...
We're going to Dura-Rock this surface. Have you ever cut Dura-Rock? You're going to learn today, baby. You're going to learn today. Show you next time you design something. You're like, we ain't using Dura-Rock.
And then we're going to build on the side shelves. They're like notches on the wall. It's going to be a vertical component over here, so you
It's
can
going
put...
to look like it's stone?
Exactly. We're gonna do arches at your doorways there that you're gonna round those off. Danny, in this corner over here, we are going to introduce a closet, and behind those closet doors, which are shutters that we're gonna build, we're gonna hide Jeff's new electronic dartboard. Okay, tournament size for his competitions.
Danny got to build the shutters?
Yeah, because I have James really busy over here. James is gonna build a wine rack. A wine cellar. We're gonna take advantage of this space, this void underneath the staircase.
How's he going to build a wine rack when he's carving a sofa?
He's not carving the sofa. Right over there at the farthest wall, we have a galley kitchen. It's like more like a little, kitchenette. He's got already the base cabinets and like an upper cabinet. We're just gonna go ahead and install it. We're moving on to the upstairs. It's pretty much done except for taping and compounding and painting.
So all that stuff's got to go.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
All that stuff's gotta go.
Take it up.
Thank you. And he owns it. He's saying it like that.
All right, bring it on. Let's go. I'm ready.
Can I get an Opa?
Upstairs, everyone.
When is the moving guys coming?
Right now!
We take stuff out of one room and we put it in another. Here you go.
Ooh. Easy. Bubble.
Out of the way.
Really heavy. Come on, let's go, let's go.
That's why I let her put this on. Come on.
We got a house to build here.
Keep it coming, Franzella. How many more are we gonna do? Right outside your 96 Chevrolet.
Oh, look, it's funny lizard.
Hey, Sparky, can you grab?
No, Sparkster.
Life's unscripted till somebody gets hurt.
Another box. How many more boxes is coming up here?
200.
Hey, Franzella, what color did you want the floor painted? Absolutely gorgeous.
Hey, Franzella, I think we got a new design.
I hereby decree the Inafix fix starting right now. Let the flames begin. Danny hits the ground running. He's enclosing the water heater and electrical box under the stairs. And Greg and Sparky carefully plan out the details for the Mediterranean couch and shelf.
Hey, are you ever gonna work?
Never.
Come on, James, you gonna work? I mean, Greg?
Oh, no, he didn't.
Even though the upstairs drywall hasn't been taped or compounded yet, Franzella's anxious to get started.
I'm getting ready to paint.
Hey, wait a minute, how can you start painting?
It's Caribbean blue.
I love the color, I have no problem.
Well, then start
No, it's just-
rolling.
Honestly, truly?
Yeah.
Start painting now.
Yes. Why are you so surprised?
Because I am. How do you do a wall without taping and everything else? Hey, you need to help me out here. What's going on here?
Oh, is that the Caribbean blue finish?
Yes. This is your Mediterranean villa,
Just like Mykonos.
just like Mykonos.
I've seen an episode or two of this, and they've used this blue all the time.
It's a beautiful blue.
I believe something's just not quite right.
What do we got here?
Okay. Well, this is the plywood for our archway, right?
Right, okay.
Okay, great.
Look at this. I've got
Our
my own set of
dimensions.
plans.
Yeah. What I'd like to do is I'd like to do an asymmetrical arch so that it starts from the studs, the exposed studs of the stairs, and then it just arches to the left.
Wow. So it's like a half moon arch.
You got it. That's right.
I've never built one of those.
Well, there's always a first time.
I know. I get excited when you come up with new stuff. This is great.
Great. Let's go.
Back inside, Franzella finally fesses up to David about the Caribbean blue
No
paint.
steps here.
I think you're making fun of me.
Not at all. We're right on track. Because this is our bonding agent. Have you not learned anything?
We're going to apply Venetian plaster to the bare drywall. The blue bonding agent will help the plaster stick to the wall.
I'm not whining, mind you. I like this. I'm glad you're here. Franzella, does he ever work?
I think it's called hosting.
Does he just make fun of
I
people?
still haven't found the proper definition for what that may be, but
Isn't it strange? Have you ever seen this gray rock?
I've seen it before, but not in a very, very long time.
I can't see the reason for it.
Is this waterproof like the green sheet?
No, it's not.
No? Is there no special labeling on it?
No. Did you order this separate?
yes, this is blue gypsum board.
Okay,
Do you
why
know
is
why
this
it's
blue?
blue?
No.
Because it already has the bonding agent sheet.
I really didn't know that.
You didn't know
I really
that?
didn't know that. I've hung a lot of drywall, and I did
wow.
not know they made it with bonding agent
Yes,
already.
they do. Because since all this is going to
Plaster.
receive Venetian plaster, we already skip a step by having the gypsum
that's
board
great.
already with the bonding agent.
Outside, Sparky gets started chopping 2x4s for the massive project he's working on with Greg.
We are beginning to build the base for the shelving unit that's going to be in that far corner, which is going to eventually lead into the sofa.
Right, now this looks like a pretty complex diagnostic you got
Yeah.
here. Looks like you're gonna have to make about, what, 80 cuts for this thing?
Easy.
Must be fun working with, like sweaty worker like Danny. He fits your sort of mode of like those like hot studs you see on work sites.
Wow, you need to get those eyes
He needs to get out more often.
We definitely were in a fix and needed a fix. So I am more than relieved and happy that these folks are here, and I know Jeff is going to be blessed.
Well, Dave, it looks like Jeff's been blessed with lots of sunshine so far.
When you're not the one at fault, you get to enjoy South Beach. I hope you're having fun back there working, Dave.
Coming up, James builds the first arch. Danny starts on the closet. And Greg and Sparky make a few cuts for the new couch and shelf.
Come on, James, you gonna work? I mean, Greg?
At least our eternal flame burns brightly. Danny's about the only one making progress so far. He's already finished enclosing the area under the stairs. Now he's cutting openings for the doors he's going to build later.
Okay, on the floor I have a plate of a 2x4. So I know the plate is 1.5 inches, and what I want to do is get a cut without cracking the bottom. So I'm going to use my finger as a guide, put my finger on the floor, and hopefully, there you go, right at 1.5 inches.
Outside, Greg and Sparky are making some headway on the stone shelves in Franzella's Mediterranean design. They'll finish off the stone couch that hasn't even been started yet. There's about 80 cuts involved just for the framework. Have fun, guys.
Great. Take over.
The back side of our house has been kind of our big storage area, two-story storage area that we've always meant to fix, but we just keep running into problem after procrastination.
Well, that's why we're here, David. Right now, James is cutting the first arch that'll go in between the stairs and the small kitchen.
To save a little bit of time, I've screwed 2 pieces of ply together. That will give us a mirror image. 2 sides exactly the same. They'll look identical. There we have 2 arches ready to go.
Man, Danny's just cranking today. He's almost finished framing in the closet that'll eventually hold a tournament-sized dartboard.
Oh, yeah. Like he knows what he's doing.
Now, this is either a miniature skateboard ramp or James is almost finished with the staircase arch.
Goldie, yeah, just the man I need.
What you need, Jake?
Check this out, mate. Series of notches. Turns this into bendy ply.
Amazing.
For about 1/20th the cost. Hold it there. This is an offcut. Didn't cost me a cent. In fact, I saved money with not going to the tip to throw it out.
Now, what exactly is the tip to throw it out?
Bring it, the tip.
The tip.
What do you call it? The garbage dump or something? The rubbish dump?
You call it a tip?
Yeah, the tip.
Yeah, that's what we leave waiters.
Wow, that's why I get so many dirty looks.
Okay. Back inside, Franzella and Dave are still prepping the walls for Venetian plaster. And Danny's making cuts to build the closet door frame.
Hey, what's the stuff on the floor?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm just the stupid homeowner. Hey, why would Franzella tell me this is paint?
She did?
Yes.
It's not. It's bonding agent.
Bonding agent like James Bond.
James Bonding agent. You know how much it cost? $007.
$1 million. Franzella's been awesome. The design she did has just been great. Not really sure what Jeff's going to think of this, but it's pretty much a dream space, and you know, we're having a good time.
Looks like Jeff is having a great time. And why not? 3 days of R&R away from the mess that Dave built.
Rebuilding a house is really hard work.
And back at the house, late afternoon on day 1, we're slowly making a little progress. We just need to quickly start making a lot of progress.
Now this is where our archway is going to go. I'm sure you're asking yourself, how are you going to stick that up on the ceiling now you've covered it in? I left a section out down the bottom here where I want to attach it to. I've got this piece of timber with a couple of screws in it. We put the wall mates into the ceiling, little bit of glue on there, and that will slide straight over the top of that like that. I'll fix it in from the sides. It'll be here longer than I am. Now, if this was a very, very heavy unit, we'd have to get up in the ceiling and put some blocks in there. But we're not going to, because it's not that heavy. Oh, there, nice and tight. Very gentle. Oh. Now this would be a problem for anyone else. Do you want to just pull this back a bit, please? Okay. Now we know it's a good fit.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
James is almost finished with the stairway arch. Danny's almost done drywalling the extended closet. And Greg and Sparky are finally making progress building the base for the stone shelf. Now they're cutting the cement drywall that'll cover it.
All right, I'm cutting cement board. Sometimes it's called Durarock. You score it with a knife a couple of times, break it off, and keep cutting it. I hate cutting this stuff. I hate cutting this stuff. One of my coworkers suggested me using a diamond blade. It does cut it rather quickly, but it kicks up a lot of dust. There you go. To me, that's a lot easier than the good old-fashioned way. Either way you want to do it, the job gets done.
And we've got to get done with all the taping and compounding tonight. The Venetian plasterers are coming bright and early tomorrow morning to start work on these walls.
Well, you better get busy now, shouldn't you? Just get busy. Busy, busy, busy. Like little beavers, God's children.
We may have bitten off more than we could chew this time. You know, I've got a few workers who are a little bit uncertain as to the true capacity for this team to finish this job in 3 days.
I'm just voicing my concerns of what I see left to be done. There's electrical, there's plaster, there's the wine rack. The kitchen has to be installed.
Oh, cabinets.
Forgot about that.
Oh, this time, it really is going to be a long day.
So there you have it, folks. Looks like things have taken a turn for the long. And we're going to be here as late as it takes because we're the InnoFix team. All for one for all. We don't leave until the job gets done.
Yes! It's the end of day one. The InnoFix team is running like a well-oiled machine. James is blasting through the big archway that sits atop the first stair landing. Beautiful! Greg and Sparky are finishing up the base of the stone shelves. Everyone's calm, cool, and confident.
I don't panic because if we don't get it done, it's the designer's fault.
That's right. Because I'm already calling home office. I don't know how they expect us to build anything with that design.
I'm coming up with more ideas. The more you keep talking, the more ideas I'm coming up with.
Honey, add me.
There's enough time to talk.
That boy ain't gonna be able to come into this house till 12 midnight on the third day.
James looks less than happy with his second arch.
Wherein lay your woe, Wombat?
This is supposed to be 9.5 inches wide.
9.5 inches wide?
Mm-hmm.
You mean this way?
Mm-hmm. No. 10 inches too much. I'm tired. I've blown it. I'm gonna crawl back into my burrow and hibernate for a little while.
No solutions. Only problems.
When we come back,
Day 19 of the cement couch.
Greg makes some progress. Sparky and Danny make art. And James makes lunch.
Free snacks for everybody!
Day two, we had a late night last night, mudding and taping, getting ready for the special team of Venetian plasterers that were coming in this morning. Were being the operative word there, they didn't show up, so we're going to plan B, which is, I don't know what plan B is.
This is how far homeowner Dave got with home improvements during the last 2.5 years, which is why his partner Jeff called us. So far, we've created storage space under the stairs, installed the first archway, built a closet, and started building a stone shelf, all to bring our designer's vision of a Mediterranean getaway to life. We had a great start on day one, but there's still a lot to do.
There's electrical, there's plaster, there's the wine rack. The kitchen has to be installed.
Oh,
Cabinets.
Forgot about that.
Oh, this time, it really is going to be a long day.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It was a late night for us, but we got a lot of work done. Unfortunately, we didn't have a crew show up that was going to help us with the texturing on the walls. So I'm going to need to make a little change. Sparky, I'm going to need to pull you from working on the sofa to help Danny texture the walls because unfortunately we don't have that backup. We have a long day ahead of us and let's get to it.
You're right! Home improvement time, baby! Let's go! Yeah!
And we're off on day two. James is finishing off the drywall under the stairs. Danny and Sparky start on the Venetian plastering, and Greg is moving along ever so carefully on making the couch that's going in downstairs.
Day 19 of the cement couch. Yes, we're hanging in there. I've already got my frames built for the seat. Franzella was worried about weight. Apparently these boys know some very large people. So, as you can see here, I've got my cross beams and my support. So there is nothing that's going to be able to crush that once we put that all together.
We're here to fix you up.
Right now, Sparky and Danny are fixing up the walls with Venetian plaster. Now, they should be making doors for the new closet, but the guys we had sent to do the Venetian plastering never showed up.
You notice how I do my Venetian plastering is I first put a layer of plaster mix on the surface, and then I'm gonna let it set up for just a few minutes. Then I'll go back, and then I'll do is I'm gonna dab the plaster just to give it some movement. Then I'm gonna lightly go over with the trowel. Random patterns, so nothing matches, but everything looks the same.
Nothing matches, and everything looks the same. Okay, got it.
Okay, so there's the gyprock that's lining the bottom of the staircase. I've also put another piece up here to form a shelf, and I'm going to fit all this out with the drywall. That will give me a nice, clean space to start building my beautiful wine rack.
So James is moving along in his wine rack corner. The plastering is really going well. And outside, inspired by the Inafix Eternal Flame, Greg is working on the couch.
Oh man, that Eternal Flame is driving me crazy.
You put out the flame?
No, it wasn't a flame. Trust me, it was a smoldering thing that was choking me to death.
But it's supposed to be eternal.
I know, it is eternal. It's going to be eternal. As soon as I finish cutting this wood, it's going to eternalize.
But you can't take breaks from eternity. Eternity is sort of like...
Forever?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like all-encompassing.
I'll light it back. I'll light it back. Let me just cut some more wood for the Eternal Flame.
Back inside, James is nearly finished drywalling, and the Venetians are plastering away.
I'm feeling like a Michelangelo, right? Like a little bit of Michelangelo, a little bit.
This looks great.
I know we don't have quite as much time as Michelangelo.
Well, I didn't even look.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
This is a beautiful... Now, have you done much Venetian plastering in the past, Sparky?
No, maybe twice.
What about it do you enjoy?
It's the challenge of, you know, seeing if I can match a master's work, or at least come close to it.
Does that mean you're trying to match Danny's level?
Danny's a dynamite plaster.
Greg's finished with the framework for the stone couch. He's just checking the fit before he adds the cement board.
It's looking great.
We have a couch.
No, we ain't got a couch yet, baby. But thanks for your optimism.
Gee, Greg, looks like you're doing really fine without me.
No, man, you were there in spirit.
I feel so bad for Greg. He's been a little lonely working by himself, so we brought along a little friend for him.
So, Greg, it turns out that this is, in fact, an 8-legged deal.
This is an 8-legged deal.
Okay.
Why is everybody looking at me? Am I doing something?
Dude, so,
What? What? No, this better not be no animal. No. Y'all don't play that. I don't... No! What is... Ah! Ah! Look at that thing. Look at it. It was ready to suck my blood out.
very dangerous creature, the common earthworm.
God. Jeff, I hope you're really having a good time.
I don't know. Looks like Jeff's working pretty hard to me.
I'm working hard on my can. I hope that all of you are back there working hard on fixing that house, especially putting in some much-needed storage space.
Hey, Greg, watch out for the worms down there.
Yes, I'm watching for it. Just lift the damn wood.
The couch is getting closer. The plastering is looking great. And James is having a Barbie.
Welcome to On the Barbie with your host, Mark Goldberg, and his sidekick, James Lundy.
Between the amount of lighter fluid and the wood that he's got going there, I can't wait to get one of them sausages.
Now, I am a little concerned, James, that you are cooking up the snags, as you say, on the Barbie that is actually the Inafix Eternal Flame.
Just thought it was going to waste, though.
I'll get some buns, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Franzella!
Franzella, we have a question. This is the corner you asked us to put on. We can't figure it out.
We cut the PVC out. I'm trying to get this round corner that you're looking for.
Right.
Then we have to put the mesh on top of this.
To even it out, yeah.
Okay.
Because now you'll have that bump.
David and I have come up with an idea of doing just this. Okay?
I see. So you're asking me whether to go with the round, bigger radius or the smaller radius?
Right.
Smaller radius.
I think we can go with the smaller radius. That's fine.
I'm glad you made that decision.
It took a little 2-to-1 vote, homeowner and Greg versus Frangella, but I think we won out. It's going to work. I think it's going to look really good, and I think she'll be happy. I know I'll be happy, so I think it'll work out pretty well. Look what I've got for you, matey boy.
I get a dog off for the Barbie
Hey?
for Aussie Day.
Bite into that. Watch out, it might be a little bit hot.
So I'm going to hold off. I'm going to wait till you
take
guys...
a bite,
No.
mate. Take a bite. Look, there's nothing wrong with it. You're scaring me. Mmm. Not a bad dog. How good's that? That's pretty good. Thank you, James.
Next on NFX, Danny and Sparky make doors for the closet. Greg's stone couch goes in.
It actually looks good. I really didn't believe it was gonna look like.
And James finally gets started on the wine rack.
It's amazing what some people throw away.
This TLC program.
We're in the middle of day 2, fixing 2.5 years of do-it-yourselfer home renovation in Dave and Jeff's 2-story house. So far, we've enclosed the staircase, built arches, started Venetian plastering, and we're slowly making progress on building a stone couch out of cement board.
We have a couch.
No, we ain't got a couch yet, baby. But thanks for your optimism.
All to create a Mediterranean getaway inside this house.
Look how beautiful that piece of wood is.
It's gorgeous! Gorgeous! Danny and Sparky are getting ready to make the shutter doors for a closet addition that'll eventually hold a dartboard. Greg, in the meantime, is moving forward making the stone couch. Now this is going to be the centerpiece of the new room downstairs.
Greg, so it looks like you're putting the old California beat on this Herculean task of a couch.
Yeah. It's getting there, buddy. The cement board is so damn hard. It's really difficult to put this corner bead on.
Well, there's more Durarock inside than I forgot. Okay. Look at that. It's amazing what some people throw away.
Now I'm going to try and use this to build my wine rack.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give it a go anyway. Come on, I know you want to see, but back up a little bit. Goldie, what are you?
Oh, you know, I was during that little
the sausages. Free snacks for everybody!
the oils from the sausage burned my fingers. So it's just one of those things.
Frangella!
Yes?
Madame. Well?
That is gorgeous. The notches look gorgeous.
Do you like it, Dave?
I do.
Do you like it?
I like it a lot.
It makes it look very cavern-like, doesn't it?
G'day, gorgeous!
God, would have been waiting to come out of a closet.
Meanwhile, Jeff is enjoying his last night of R&R at Spaville.
You guys can take another day if you want to. I'll be happy to stay here.
Franzella, guess what?
What?
The couch is completed. It's ready to come in.
It is?
All you got to do is help us carry it in.
Oh, God. Okay.
It actually looks good. I really didn't believe it was going to look like it.
I always knew.
No, I go along with the design.
Visionaries? Aren't these?
No, I'm not the visionary. It's my job to build and shut up.
Jeff, the other homeowner, is a tournament dartboard player. So we thought we'd surprise him by giving him a dartboard. But it is a closet also. So we wanted to make access. So what I did was I made the dartboard so it'll swing up, and I have a chain up here that'll actually hook, and this will hold. But when this came down, I saw a problem since I've played a few games of darts in my day, that if the dart hit, it wouldn't be solid enough. So I have a board back here that when you bring the dartboard down, you can slide the board right here, nice and solid.
So this is
This is our wine rack. This is going to be the frame.
Yep.
Grab that bottle over there, mate.
Okay.
I'll show you how this works.
I'm a bit afraid of the tetanus possibilities here with these rusty tips.
Yeah, bites, that's for sure. No, goes around the other way, buddy.
Huh, I'm an idiot.
That's the front one. So, sorry.
No, it's all good.
No. That's
Okay.
what's confused.
Looks like you might need to set it down, flip it, and then reverse it.
Just a touch.
So that's the wine rack. It's gonna be this rusty metal stuff.
Yeah. You like it?
I think it's very interesting.
Mate, it's going to be beautiful.
Oh, great. I'm anxious to see the transformation.
Well, I'm really disappointed that didn't work properly.
Hey, Gregorio!
Yeah.
Come here, my friend. You're not gonna believe this. See this brace right here?
Yeah.
It is so directly covering the receptacle behind here that you can't even see the receptacle.
The couch. It's cursed. It's the cursed couch.
I built the frame. Yes, I did it. What the hell odds that the thing would line up perfectly with the plug?
You can't even...
If I had measured that and planned it, I would have never got it.
No one would have got it.
You know what? I know how to fix it. I've just figured out how to fix it. I'm going to take the Sawzall and cut it at an angle, and that'll clear that plug.
No problems, only solutions. At least most of the time.
Is this our wine rack?
Sort of.
Do explain, I'm curious.
Well, it's only a quarter finished, so an explanation would probably be wasted.
Okay, premature right now?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'll leave it up to you. I know you're gonna do a great job. It's gonna look wonderful. I'll be back later when you've made more progress.
It's pretty late in day 2, and there seems to be a lot of work to still be accomplished. A lot of plaster work, painting to be done tomorrow. I'm a little scared about it all getting done.
Never fear, Dave. Inafix has always gotten the job done. Of course, there's always a first time, especially if the Wombat James doesn't figure out this wine rack thing. Doohickey. Whatever.
Now, I can't even look you in the eye and tell you this, but it's not going to work. I'm going to have to try something else. But I think it was Aristotle once said, it's better to try than to have never tried.
Coming up next, it's day 3. There's too much to do and not enough time. So what else is new?
We're used to being behind on day 3s, but this is sort of a... Well, it's really behind.
We've made some major improvements on the mess that was David and Jeff's house. Accent archways, a stone couch and shelf. Sparky and Danny even Venetian plastered upstairs and down.
Like a little bit of Michelangelo, a little bit.
Lots more to do, including one last bit from yesterday.
I guess we still have a wine rack to build.
Yeah, look at that. The third one.
The third one. David, this morning, Greg is going to help you with installing those kitchen cabinets.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to do the whole mosaic countertop today.
Okay.
Danny and Spark are going to finish doing all the windowsills today. And the shelves.
Anything else, Greg? What do you got? Anything?
Not bad. It's great.
All right, well, we got a long day, guys.
All right.
Let's get to it. Sparky, what's your timeline here? Estimated time of completion?
On this one project?
Yeah.
At least an hour. We're making every single piece of wood. Custom made, sizes, angles. These doors, this is not a single panel door. These are 4 individual pieces of wood.
Franzella took on a big job, and I really thank her for it. She designed it wonderfully, but I think the whole cast and crew are a little under the gun right now to get everything completed.
James the Wombat Lundy working away on the wine rack. James, what's your status?
Mate, I'll tell you what, I slept on it last night, quite literally. It's all coming together this morning.
Now, what's your timeline on here in terms of cleanup and cabinet installation? Okay, so not our darkest hour. We're moving ahead. Confidence is high.
Okay, maybe not so high. But Sparky is nearing completion on the doors for underneath the stairway.
The Sparky the perfectionist.
And James has finally hit his stride on the wine rack that'll go in the cubby hole between the galley kitchen and the living room.
It looks beautiful, man.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
That is amazing.
It's starting to get that custom feel about it.
Yeah.
Lift to lift.
Back inside, Greg and Dave are installing the cabinets in the galley kitchen.
My friend?
Yes, sir.
When you buy your cabinets, we have a little problem here. We'll flip the doors and screw them back in on the other side. That way, when he's getting in the cabinet, he doesn't have to crawl into the window.
Excuse me, sir.
Keep holding it there, man.
The cabinets are going in, and Sparky is finishing up the final closet door under the stairs.
This will go on the door to the closet with the water heater. I think it looks beautiful.
Hey, Francella? I'm beginning to really like the wood.
Oh, good.
Don't hate me if I ask this question. Is there any possibility that if we have enough wood, would it be possible to do the treads in the wood? Because I just think it looks great.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, that looks incredible.
I'm fine with that if you are.
Why not?
Outside, James is adding some finishing touches to the top of his wine rack. I love the Brazilian teakwood he's using.
Have a look down here. Look at this. It's a beautiful piece of timber that it's rough sawn. Now, rough sawn means that all the saw blade marks are still on the face. Now, to get those out, the quickest way is to sand across the grain to get rid of the bulk, and then sand with the grain to shine it up. Now, that's no different than if you're sanding a hardwood floor at home. Same principle.
While James adds the finishing touches, Danny and Sparky are putting in the windowsills.
Just want to fit it, make sure there's no more adjustments to be made.
Fits like a glove.
Looks dynamite. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use liquid nail along the back of the sill. Ready?
Look at that. I like it a lot.
It's high noon on day 3. Greg and Dave have finished most of the galley kitchen, but Franzella's Mediterranean design includes a tile countertop with a 2-inch facing. So they're actually building this custom piece.
There's the last bit of framing. Danny's outside and making some minor adjustments on our door. And this will finish up the all the doors. Move on to the next project. Electric. Okay. Let's check this out.
Oh, yes. Look at that. Now that's custom. Lovely.
The countertop's almost done. We just need to add tile to it. Quickly!
This is a wet saw. If you're doing any kind of tile cutting, you're going to use a wet saw because the water wets the blade to keep it from burning up while it's cutting the tile. We're going to use a rotary tool to cut our corners here. And what I've done is I've put them between 2 pieces of plywood, and then I'm going to take my rotary blade and hopefully get a nice round cut. Whenever you're using a rotary tool, you want to make sure that you're cutting through the tile really slowly. These bits have a way of snapping on you, so just take your time and cut through. You also have to make sure that you tighten the bit inside of the rotary tool, or else it falls out when you're trying to drill it.
We're late in day 3, folks. Dave and Greg are out there working on the countertop mosaic. Franzella's in here working on the accent wall. The Wombat's working on his arch, painting all kinds of stuff. I'm cleaning up a little bit. Danny's over here working on the couch. The Sparkinator is putting the finishing touches on his recessed lighting in this shelving area. I think George Jetson said it best when he said, "Jane, stop this crazy thing!"
Oh, she's beautiful.
Well, here it is, end of day 3, and Jeff is on his way home.
Man coming home at the last minute. The place ain't ground.
A quick change for David. lots of last-minute details, and I think we're just about there. Wait, is that Jeff I hear pulling up in the driveway?
It's unbelievable. Could have never imagined in 3 days that the Inafix crew could do what they did. Franzella, the designer, did a great job. The crew was awesome. It was a fun 3 days. Lots of work, but it looks awesome.
Mark. Hey. Jeff, did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Really?
3 of the best days of my life.
3 of them, and they were away from Dave.
Yes.
Oh, geez. Did you miss him?
That was probably the worst part of it. That was the only downside.
All right, let's go see Dave right now. All right.
Hello. Good to see you. You tired?
A little bit. Very much so.
We worked his butt.
His tail off.
Okay, are you ready to go inside?
I'm ready.
Are you ready to go inside?
I think so.
All right, let's take him in.
Excited. All right. Oh, wow. This is great. It's like looking out into a Greek villa.
Well, it's funny you should say that because that's what Franzella wanted to do, was create a sense of the Mediterranean sort of tropical, outdoorsy, au naturel feel here in the inside of your own house. Behind door number 1.
And door number 2. And not only do we have storage,
That's perfect.
but we have
Let's
our
fire it up. I see wine cabinetry.
Well, let's take a look. This is the Lundy corner right here, handcrafted.
That is awesome. And it looks so much better than keeping it in the cardboard boxes that we had.
Look at this beautiful kit. I mean, this is amazing. Don't touch it, it's still wet.
Sorry.
Yeah. Are you ready to take a look at what's upstairs?
Oh, this is great. It's livable.
everything is awesome.
I want to jump on the bed right now.
Make room!
Feels so good to be here with you guys.
The benefits of a show host who cares.
I know there's an Inafix crew that is just dying to meet you, so you want to go downstairs and say hi to them?
Let's go.
Good night, gorgeous!
Thank you. You guys did an awesome job. It's a home instead of a storage locker. Thank you.
Franzella, bravo, bravo.
Inafix crew's got a lot of other houses to get to, so let's get out of here. It's been nice working for you.
No.
Let's go! There we go.
That was great, wasn't it?
Well, that brings the Inafix games to a close. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.
Sunday on Trading Spaces Home Free, the semifinals begin with the Lavender team and the Yellow team coming off decisive round one victories and ready to step up their game.
I discovered some skills that I didn't know that I have.
With big budgets,
You could kind of dream bigger.
big challenges,
Wow.
and big surprises.
Doug is actually nice. Oh, no,
Not the window.
You can't miss Home Free,
Oh, it's hot.
the most original competition on television, Sunday at 8, only on TLC.